Welcome back, listeners, joggers, people, dog walkers. We're back with the Road Contenders for another week of exciting news, fun games. That we don't do games, but we do games.
We do card games.
We're the Road Contenders. You know what we do. We're here to break down the standards and break down the walls of the secret behind card games, while bringing some comedic tones to it, and also our own inner debates that we have amongst each other, which is always fun for listeners to listen to. So again, we have everyone here today. We have the full crew. Even though I keep trying to get Andrew on and he just never comes on. That's a shot. That's a shot.
Hey, us dads, we have limited time.
That is true. That is true. You know what? Everybody drop some likes for the dads, because we're out here hustling. We're out here doing it big.
Yes.
People always say that, mothers have it hard. I'm sorry. Dads, we have it the hardest. We are the disciplinaries. We are normally kind of in charge of money. We get wrestled on. We get choked out. We're forced to do freaking bakery times. We get makeup put on us that's not right. Like, Dre, I know you have kids. How many times when your kids come out and just try to choke you out? You gotta play along.
Ladies, I do not agree with Ryotin. You guys have it so hard. I am so sorry. I don't know what Ryotin's talking about.
I'm talking about
demonetized.
I'm talking about kids choking you out and talking about some come play. You ever had a kid jump on your head in a pool and try to drown you? I have.
Ladies, you have it so hard, and if you guys need any support, I'm here for you.
You know what? 25 likes for the moms out there. You know why? Because moms hold it down too. Because I always say this: moms have way more patience than dads do. Because dads, we're ready to fight.
Yeah, we are a lot.
I said, a kid looks the wrong way. Hey, pick up your toys. No, cool, punch.
I'm done.
It'd be 7 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, so again, we have a lot of topics to discuss this week. A lot of it's about catch up, bring things in, and of course, covering Level Up Expo that's coming next month, actually. And also, we're going to cover a draft box that drops this Friday. And Draft box. And also, we're going to talk about the Kickstarter stuff. Well, it's been shipping since last week, but the bigger orders are coming out this week and next week, I believe. They said that.
Yeah, they said by the end of next week.
And the next week that everything will be shipped out, which is amazing. That we're finally able to get some of this stuff in here. They've been very vocal and very upfront and transparent about what things are coming. I know some people in the community have been kind of, I guess, upset that
I feel like it's people that have never done a Kickstarter before.
Yes, or just don't understand when somebody says, "Hey, it's at customs."
Yeah,
and anybody knows
that means it's out of their hands, so that they did their job.
And what makes it worse about custom, people don't realize, if you piss custom off, they will make you wait longer. They don't. They have nothing but time.
Oh yeah. For sure. Don't waste your time. Oh my God, you'll be stuck behind bureaucratic tape forever.
And it's just not worth it. But that's why I say I do feel, and I always give, Rise of Empire Shooter just so much praise. And I'm going to give them a couple claps here, because they could easily go, we don't know what's going on, coming back next week. But they really, every day, almost every day, every week, they give some kind of update. They're always in the Facebook. They're always on the Twitter. They're always giving communication about what's going on, what's happening. And if you need to talk to them, you can reach out to them with any kind of complaint or issue or praise you have. And they will and someone from that team will always respond to you, which I always ask this question: what other games that are getting established does that? I know X-Seeker does it, so always big praise to them. Alpha Clash does it. You gotta give a shout out to Primal TCG. Unfortunately, they do it too.
Yeah, Primal does it, and then I gotta say, Altered,
yes,
yeah, Altered, man, they're providing updates on the daily. They are crazy. I don't even understand who's writing stuff for them.
I mean, Altered has to do it because I keep looking at it and said this looks really really cool, but I'm still confused. And people say, yeah, you get the cards and you can print it out and it's yours forever. So I'm like, so I got to have a printer.
Well, no, not necessarily. It's just you get a digital version of the card and you get a real version of the card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like the thing is like you can also they have cards, I guess. Like, have you played Arena? Is the best way that I can like describe it. Have you played Arena, Magic Arena?
Yes, I have. Unfortunately,
So, you know how like when you open up boosters, sometimes you get like it's like a mythic card and there's like a wheel on the top.
Yeah, they keep going up. Yeah.
Yeah, and once it fills up, it makes it so that you can get any mythic. Like it gives you like a credit for any mythic. They have like a system like that where you're able to like, let's say you get I'm just throwing something out there like a Raging Plasmax, but you want a foil Plasmax. If you have like 3 versions of it, you can trade those in, and they'll give you a foil one.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
It's gonna create a very interesting market that I think no other TCG has done yet. But I'm interested to see if it's going to be a success or a fail.
I'm actually very curious into that because I feel like in the last 2 years, I know we talked about this on our very first episode about Kickstarters and how I feel Kickstarters is kind of the way to go for TCGs. But also within that same vein, I felt like you had a lot of TCGs that came out. They're predominantly targeted towards collectors and not really players. And I always say I go back and forth with collectors and players all the time. But I always say for your game to be an actual collectible thing, you need players to actually play the game so it can become popular.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if no one's,
it's not easy.
It's not
easy, man. It's not easy. Even like Alpha Clash, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's a lot of players, but it's still hard to get people to switch over and at least give it a try.
Yes, I know a lot of people from Fab are really coming over and really gravitating towards Alpha Clash very heavily. I keep saying that the Super community needs to be targeted because I know we try to stay away from that. It plays like Super, but come on now. If you want to explain this game to someone, if they're playing Magic or Super, you can literally say, hey, it's just like these elements from this game, and they'll pick it up quickly. I don't feel that's a bad thing.
I'll throw this into it too. A perfect example of how your player base is more important than people searching chase cards and collecting stuff. Look at what happened to MetaZoo. This is what happens to a TCG when you do not follow your player base and you follow that bag and try to always get cash. You will eventually fail. The players are the ones that keep these games going, and if you don't appreciate them, your game will eventually fail.
That is because MetaZoo, and to be honest, every time I heard about MetaZoo, I always heard about say, oh, I want to find MetaZoo cards. They're super expensive. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Where can I go to the store and actually play this game? And no store around me or even going into like the Columbus area, no one ever held MetaZoo tournaments ever. So for me being a player, I said, well, I'm not going to buy cards to fucking stare at them. That's stupid. I'll just go to TCG player and pull them up and say, oh, that's cool, and move on with my day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's we got that out. So, moving on to our first topic. And I know Jay Crane, if you are listening, of course you won't be able to see it, but if you are viewing, which you should be viewing every Wednesday, Jay Crane has some cards that were revealed for set 3. So these are spoilers for set 3. And set 3 comes out May 31st, which is super weird. Super weird.
Why?
Because I swear to God, they said June for the longest time.
That's because the first one came out in June.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The first
got it.
came out in
Got
June.
it. Got it. Got it.
Yep,
That's probably why.
Yep, it's probably, and they did make, because they probably wanted it out before the 1st of June, and that is the last Friday before the 1st of June.
Got it.
So.
Which is also, so this is something that, that's why I wanted Reagan. Reagan is head of the tournament organizer. And I wanted to get him on for this one, but he just got back from vacation, so he is relaxing. They kind of go over because you know, like how in Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic, sometimes where there's a wait period before cards are legal for a big tournament.
Yeah.
I want to know, does Alpha Clash have that? Because you think Clash Ground is in June. We don't know what day is in June, and Unrivaled comes out in May. Depending on when that Clash Ground is, will Unrivaled actually be legal for Clash Ground play?
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah.
they've explicitly said that because people will have unrivaled cards at Level Up Expo because that's where they're also doing the pre-release.
No. I'm talking about the June Clash Ground, not
Yeah, he's talking
Vegas.
about the June one, not Vegas.
Oh, the June one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is news to me. Explain to me.
So the second Clash Ground is in June,
Let's see if I can find it.
and
By Clash Ground, you mean tournament?
yeah,
or what?
remember the Tier 2 tournament are called Clash Grounds.
Okay.
And
Lots of things are called Clash Grounds. The Clash Ground, the second set.
That is true. They do like the word clash.
they do like that.
Oh,
But so set 3 comes out in May, and it's like depending on when the level, I will call it level 2, just to not confuse listeners. The level 2 tournament, you know, say if the next tournament is a week after Unrivaled comes out, will Unrivaled be legal?
Yeah, that I don't know. I really don't know.
And that's some stuff I wanted. That's why I wanted to bring on Reagan, because again, he handles all of that. They kind of get those questions about the tournaments, how they flow, what's legal, you know, all that fun stuff that people want to know.
I can't remember where it was that they put that timeline that showed all the tournaments.
It's on the website under news.
That's where, okay. Thank you. Was it in the Vegas announcement?
No, it should go down lower.
Oh, you found it. Yep, here it is. All right.
Yep, organized play announcement.
Where's that calendar? Here it is. So, yep, in June. And yep. June to be determined where in the US. So
They don't know yet?
it's to be determined for Asia and for US.
So it is speculated where it may be, but it's not confirmed. So right now it's a lot of speculation about where it's going to be at, but there's nothing confirmed yet. And so that's what we're still waiting on. And cause I asked Rich that before, and you know, he did say that even though they can have stuff on the works, until they have everything 100% confirmed and everything in writing, they will never announce it. And that's another thing I do love, that they'll never say, oh, hey, this could be it. They'll say, this is what we're working on, but it's not confirmed, so it's not official.
You know what, too? I'm looking at this calendar here. So I'm guessing Clash Ground in April in Asia is not happening. Because there's no location and they haven't even talked about it.
What do you mean, April? Oh, the Asia one.
Yeah, the Asia one.
I'm about to say,
one in Las Vegas and one in Asia.
I'm about to say, what are you talking about? It's in Vegas.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's not happening.
Unless they're still trying to get that, because I feel like trying to announce it now.
Yeah, there's no way.
Like that would be
it's less than 2 weeks away. There's no way that they're still holding out. People would, have to buy tickets, have to buy flights if they'd be doing it. I don't think that's happening.
Dude, only part of Asia I'll go to is Japan. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Nobody give me lost on no plane. But yeah,
I'm not going to the Philippines. Like I don't know if I just feel like I'm too big for the Philippines. It's not anything like I think the Philippines is dangerous. I just think I'm too big for the Philippines.
I wouldn't know how to interact correctly, and I think I'll get like sold to like a cartel somewhere. it'd be good.
And demonetized again.
It'll be like completely by accident too. I'm like, hey, where can I find the best fried chicken? And that's I'm like on TV. Because I don't know, I offended someone. I don't know. So Drake Crane has all the Unrivaled sneak peeks. So let's go ahead and bring that up on screen. I got you. I'm sorry, I got you like flipping around your screen a lot.
You're fine. Ancient Power is the first one. If we're going that far back.
Yeah,
Back.
let's go. Let's go all the way back. Let's show. Let's show everything. Why not?
Yeah. So yep. So the ancient power. It's 2. Both of them are white pips. It's a counterattack. Banish target attacking clash card until target weapon you control leaves play.
And,
Or in Magic speak, O-ring.
Yeah. Yep.
and so like, and I said, this was one of the first ones revealed, and it got the community talking because people noticed that. Wait a second, I banish a card, and I choose one of my weapons, and as long as that weapon is there, your card stays banished.
So bye bye card.
And then everybody's first response was, "Oh, cool, ancient protection." Magnet's plan.
Yeah. Well, it just means that people will run that more now.
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of people
Okay,
don't really run that now.
Here creates an interesting question. What happens if you do this O-ring effect to a exclusive card, and then you play another exclusive card of the same name, and then get rid of it?
Wait. Say that again. So you played the exclusive card. They played this when you attacked and made that card leave play until you got rid of the weapon, and then you brought out the exclusive one again, and then got rid of the weapon.
Yeah, you played a second copy of the
second one.
exclusive?
The second one won't hit.
It won't come in.
Okay, so it'll essentially stay banished.
It will get destroyed. Technically, it's going to try to come into play. It's going to recognize that another version of it is in play, and it's going to go to the oblivion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I want to make sure people have thought of this, because it's like in my software development job, it's like thinking of weird, dumb edge cases is literally part of the job.
Now, the one question that I will ask of them is, my question is, so let's say you played the exclusive one, the second one, and then you attacked with it, so now it is engaged, and then you get rid of the weapon and the new one comes in. Do you get to choose which one stays so that you can kill the one that's engaged and get another one that isn't engaged?
I know what you're trying to say.
Think of a situation where that would happen.
Yeah.
I would assume yes, because I'm just I would say yes, or it'll be the new one that's coming in will stay and the old one will go.
We can keep going, but while we go,
it would make sense if categorically the new one always failed to stick.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking because of in Magic, you get to pick. That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that is the first one. Obviously, this is also the level up promo, which I know that my new best friend Ryotin's gonna make sure that he asks someone at Level Up to give him one extra one so that he can send it to me afterwards.
I mean, you sure you don't want to get a full play set? It's not even being greedy as fuck.
This is the second one. This is the Judge promo. Kinetic Blast. Deal 5 damage to target clash card you don't control.
See, I will keep
going a good fisting.
I will keep going back and forth about this card. I like this card. Don't get me wrong. For 3 costs, I like it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But
considering that right now for 2, that's what I was gonna say. Considering Solar Smash is a 2, and you're doing 2 damage, so 3 for 5 is pretty damn good.
I think the obvious comparison here is Deliverance.
That's my thing. I'm like, where it's like,
this is Black Deliverance for most creatures in the game, or most clash cards.
So I said I don't think it's a bad card, but it's just like if you run in white, just run Deliverance. But now something else I'm talking about when we get done with the reveals is like how I'm feeling about how this set is going to shape up the game. But we'll say that towards the end, and it's kind of like what I'm feeling.
Yes. All right, we have Shattering Blow. This is the Clash Ground participant card, so all participants get this one. You may only play this card if your contender is green. Until end of turn, target clash card gets +2/+2 and trigger victory. Send target accessory to Oblivion.
Mid.
Yeah, it's the same problem as other the Harbinger clashes.
See,
What's the problem?
see that part I don't
Yeah.
agree with.
Wait. I want to hear what he says though. What is the
There
other
are
problem?
two problems with this card design that I can remember off the top of my head. One is that it's actually devoted to green. That's a huge problem for if you're trying to experiment around with different decks, because it means that if you are running this clash ground if you're running this clash buff in your deck, you have to be using green, or this is a dead card. This is pretty much
Right,
just
right.
like all these set 2 buffs. The other problem with that is okay. There's that, and uh, read out the effect again.
Until end of turn, target clash card gets +2/+2 and trigger victory. Send target accessory to oblivion.
That was the problem. Target flash card. They're really leaning away from flash buffs that actually work on contenders. You ever notice that?
Yeah, they're changing them up. Yeah, but this is my thing. Like, I feel like, and you know, it is what it is. It's my opinion that people are sitting there and saying, well, because set one clash buffs did this, this is what clash buff means. At no point did they say that all clash buffs are going to be towards contenders and clash cards. That just happened to be the first set. But things are obviously changing, so I just think clash buffs is a buff. Stop expecting it to be what you think set one made them. They're just buffs. They can do whatever. Maybe at one point none of them even add, let's say, power and toughness.
Yeah,
None of
we
them
don't
add an
know.
ability. Like, it could be something completely different for all we know.
Yeah. Counterpoint though is that this clash must. What's the condition on running this?
Just you have to be a green contender. That's it.
Okay. In other words, this is inherently a contest of which this is better than this or power overflowing. Power overflowing, definitely not. Punishment, if I recall correctly, the pestilence one, infestation.
Yeah, infestation. Yeah,
Infestation,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe. It's like in my mind, I think if they're gonna go through with this, they should at least make the clash buffs undevoted, so it can at least open up the deck building sphere.
I
So
was
that you
But
don't have to
see
play
like
anything
but this
else.
is my thing. Like, all of them are class devoted. Like, every
yeah,
single one of them.
and my rebuttal is this: we do not know what the new contenders in set 3 are.
Yeah.
So we have no idea what these contenders do and why these clash buffs are the way that they are and what effects it gives off of the contender. Because for as we know, it could be a new green card that comes out that it's like how Conquest is. It deals with clash cards. It deals with dealing clash cards. So you could,
Yep.
when you defeat a clash card, draw 2 cards. We don't know what the new contenders are.
For sure, for sure. And I will say this, Drake. I do agree with you that, and I know that I'm gonna say that in the future we probably will see something like this. There may be a card that's a clash buff that is open ended. That is not a clash buff that is class specific. But so far, I just looked at all of them. All of them are. So
Well, technically there already is one, but it's only legal in draft format. But we'll get there.
right. But that's separate. Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
about like legal in the card game. But yeah, we
Legal in-
could see one that's like the draft one that could be like I said, maybe it's not something that adds power or anything like that, but it could be a whole nother crazy ability. It could be a clash buff that literally says wipe the board. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a clash buff could be anything.
Yeah, it's just what I kind of fear is that we're eventually going to see a flash buff that costs 5, one of each color, and it essentially reads you win the game.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
That'd be great.
That would be crazy.
Oh
That
my!
would be
Oh my!
crazy.
Yeah, it's the flash buff version of Door to Nothingness.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's probably the closest thing I can think of.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
yeah,
this were
that'd be
done by
crazy.
Hasbro, we would see something stupid like that. I
Yeah.
don't want to see something stupid like that. I would rather something less sacky and more controllable, something that you can use strategically and not just it's like, hey, the stars aligned.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I could totally see them doing, let's say, like in blue, doing one that's like when you do the clash buff, it allows you to engage 3 of the opponent's creature. Like, you know what I mean? Like something like that is controlling it, and like it could be in the clash buff. Like we don't
Yeah,
know.
there's tons of things Clash buffs can do. The problem is
Yeah.
that you need to have some kind of parity in order to say that one Clash buff is not inherently better than the other. When you have a Clash buff that is mathematically better, you destroy the original.
So right now, the better ones you're saying being the first set ones because they're free.
Yeah,
I would assume. Yeah, right. Yeah,
in
I just want to
general,
make sure
yeah.
we're all on the same page. Yeah.
Especially when they start getting into more Clash buff with exotic effects. Because here's the other thing about set 1 buffs: they were all the same.
Right, they were all equal. Yeah, it's just made.
They
for
were
different
that's
colors.
parity in like the hardest way, in like the most strict way possible. They're literally balanced because they literally do the same, and nobody complained about them because it's like, yeah, you got your 4 buffs, but so do I. Unless you like,
Right.
just didn't draw any, in which case kind of sucks to be you. But
Which happens.
there was
Happens
never
more
a
than you
case
would
of
think it would happen.
it's like there are. There's an inferior buff that I should not have been using. Because when people figure out that there's an inferior buff, the other buff is never going to see the light of day again.
Do we agree that that inferior buff is no more fighting?
I still like no more fighting.
I feel
I
like that's
hate
the
it.
worst one out of them. Yeah, because that one's not only color, but specifically Haven, but also like, why is it so whack? why is it so bad?
I keep wondering if no more fighting was that a typo? Like, is it supposed to say the end of turn? But no, I get.
Yeah,
I'll
it's like,
tell you
would
what.
it be that busted if it were end of turn?
Yeah, yeah. And I'll tell you what, that is the only one that, like, when I like test build the decks, it's the only deck that I use 0 clash buffs in. I'm just like, I could use those 4 cards for literally anything else.
And like I said, I don't. How do I say this?
It's essentially a worse trap card.
I don't understand why this one is this way, but every other clash buff is end of turn. Every other clash buff that's out right now is to end of turn, except the card that actually needs it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You wanna know why?
Why?
Because you wanted to play it. So
It's true. It's because they heard that you wanted Haven. She's right.
That, you know what?
I saw the email go out.
Was I not?
This evolved into a discussion about clash buffs. I was wanting to save this for later.
Was I not CC'd?
Hey, Wiki.
Was I not CC'd on this email?
No.
No, because it was about you.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
The subject was, let's make Ryotin sad.
You know what? That actually did make me super sad. now I'm like super sad right now.
But all right, let's see.
Yeah, let's go.
To the next one.
Let's go to the next one because
this one's the one that we all love. We all have love for this.
Which one is it?
Lynn's the Nanite.
Yes.
This card. It's
so about love. It's like I don't hate it, but I need to see way more context before I decide whether I like this or not.
So it's, to me, it's not necessarily about the card itself. What I love is that obviously this was the first card to introduce that Mill is now in the game.
And it's like for me,
form of diminished.
So like more and more I look at
diminishes
Mill.
Diminishes Mill.
Did you not know that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you not know that?
Yeah, not the point. It's like, what is it, like Diminish 1 though?
Yeah,
Diminish 1. Diminish 1. Yeah, all I said is that it introduces the mechanic to the game.
Yeah, it could be a mechanic in the future. I wouldn't count on it now. And anybody who's like hoping Mill is going to be a thing in Step 3 is opening themselves up for disappointment. It's clearly for a very specific reason. Maybe there's some card that can like put a card on top of the opponent's deck and then diminish it or off, and it's kind of a weird removal. That's kind of what I'm imagining this would be.
I would not imagine I'll hold you to that bet. I'm gonna tell you right now. I bet you that diminishes the. They're not gonna introduce it in just one card. It's not gonna be like Necrotic.
Because the biggest thing about it is that it says put a bounty collector on counter on it.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna say
they're not gonna introduce a counter and a mechanic on one card and it be senseless for the set. I don't think so.
Yeah, of course there's going to be bounty counter mechanics. This is like the entire thing about Blue has been playing with counters since the first day. It's like street counters, collection counters. Now we got bounty counters. I bet there's going to be a lot that revolves around bounty counters in this next set, and whether it's good or not, I can't say.
I think
will finally be the one that gets it right.
I truly believe it's going to be good because, again, the second effect that if you destroy a card that has a bond connector on it, you can bring a card that's 2 or less from any Oblivion back into play. And the fact that it can stack. So if you have multiple of these, if say you have 4 of these out and you just destroy one card with a bond connector, now you can recur 4 cards back from the Oblivion to your field.
4? How are you getting that?
Well,
because you get 1 for each of the cards.
Because the card literally says when a card with a bounty collector is destroyed. So you have 4 of those land out, all 4 of their skills go off.
Yeah,
wait, you mean defeated?
Whatever.
So it's at the end of your turn. If 1 or more clash cards with bounty cutters were defeated this turn, you put target clash card with initial resource cost of 2 or less from any Oblivion, not just yours, any Oblivion, into your clash zone. So if
I'm a steal your Haven Bountiful Collector.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this card is introducing something that I think is going to be pretty
it's
good.
not introducing it. This is already like a growth on the restoration clash buff from set 2.
Oh, I was talking about Diminish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like returning, actually, that's not even anything new either. Sonoro Fierce Spider did that in set 1. So this has actually been around for a bit. It's now they're experimenting with it, which I'm all for. Go for it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I feel like Diminish is going to be a huge thing. Like that. Like again, I feel like why show this card off? Why make it a top 8 promo if it's not going to be something very, very relevant to the game?
Yeah. Yep, I am definitely interested. I'm not a mill player when it comes to Magic and stuff like that, but that is an interesting mechanic for a 50-card deck.
You're going to be the first person I mail.
Especially in a format where people love drawing right now. They love drawing cards, and let me help you skim that deck a little bit.
Like I said,
get rid of some of those cards for you.
Well, my idea of it, if we get a full mill type deck, I'm gonna do this card mixed with Rainforest, and I'm telling you, Jay Crane, you'll be the first person I come after. First one. Oh, I'm playing my Moxie. You ain't got a Moxie. It's in your discard.
Alright. So the next one we got here is Magnet King of the Gambit.
So
more Magnet cards.
I'm excited to talk about this card. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm guessing because of the art and being like the 1 gold like border card that I'm seeing.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. No, seriously. I think out of any card that's like cool, like, so I want to stop here. So the fact that they're showing the first champion card that's not in the pre-release stuff like that, and just show how much more is going into it. This right here makes you like, cool, I want to win this card. If I don't win it,
thank you, One City. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna spend $200 to buy it because I truly feel that the gold is going to be raised.
I don't think that.
Really?
Gold? Question mark?
Yeah, the gold on the border. It's the only card that has like the border around the card is all like in gold yellow. Have you seen it? It's the champion.
It's a champion one.
Oh no, I haven't seen the card itself. I've seen a picture of what the card is supposed to be, but not the card. It's like I don't imagine if this thing has like some super embossed rare printing that anyone is gonna put this in any of their deck.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be elevated. I think it's just a visual thing. Maybe the foiling will be like, I don't know if you guys have any of the cards that had the gold foiling back from pre-Kickstarter time.
I do.
Wow, so that was way before my time.
Yeah, so they had cards like, for example, Trying to think one of them. Oh, so there's a war cry card that it's him with the bison,
Okay.
and like around his horns, there used to be, it was like a gold foil that they put around it, and they had it on a couple of other cards. But then they eventually took that away. But if they did something like that with it, it'd be cool. I'm trying to see if I can
Warcry Sign of Hope.
maybe hold on. I'm gonna bring it up. Let me go. To
Yeah, because somebody just
Yeah.
actually shared it. Like somebody just shared it today.
Oh, one of the pictures?
Yeah, like no. For the war cry, somebody just in the marketplace was selling it, but I don't know who was doing it. It might have been Chase.
Let's see if I can figure out which one is it. It is this card. War Cry, yeah, Sign of Hope. So this card had a version of it where if you look around the horns where the feather is and stuff like that, it had a gold foil around here. And then there was another one that had the discarded in the picture. It was I just can't think of the name of it because it's a card that, as of right now, I've never used in any deck. This one, the Morak one, On the Hunt.
Okay.
This one also had a gold foil version where it was like, it just had like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like it looked like if they took like gold foil and used it to accent certain parts of the card.
So you said, do you think that that's just how it's going to be?
No, I would say that I would hope that it would look really cool if they did that.
Okay.
Right now, I think it's just going to be yellow. Like, I think it's just going to be exactly what the picture looks like. That's what the card's going to look like.
Okay.
But it would have been cool if they put that gold foil on it.
Let's see, like, I would like, so again, I think, I agree with you. I think the gold foil on there look good. And at first, I was kind of like, oh, this card is mad. But, like, looking at it more and reading it more, this card is awesome.
Yeah, it's like I wonder when we were gonna stop talking about how pretty it is and how awesome it is.
Yeah. It's a big
Magnate has needed something like this for a while. There keep being more Magnate names, and I was kind of wondering when we were gonna get that Magnate Horde deck. This might be the finisher.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this definitely.
Yeah, this is definitely like if you got this coming at you, what it says like if it has 10, wipe your board.
Yeah, so I'm going to read it so that the chat can see it, because I don't think the chat can see it.
Yeah, I can barely see it.
So it has trigger attack. Each player discards one card, which we all know that, he likes that bullcrap. This card gets +1/+1 for each magnate in your clash zone and in your Oblivion. If this card's attack power is 10 or more, the card gets breakthrough, and when this card deals clash damage to a player's contender, that player must send all clash cards they control to Oblivion. Then send this card to Oblivion. That's crazy.
And say when you think about it, breakthrough. So even you block it, you're still taking damage. So my skill still can go.
Yeah.
So no matter what, you're about to take this, unless you can get this on the field while I'm attacking. And the fact that it gets power for magnates on the field and in Oblivion.
Yeah, that part is oof.
Yeah, there are a couple things I can think of that can stop this. Lefty's Last Stand can stop it. Shadow Light's Light Mirror or something like that can stop. Shadow Light's Light Beam can stop it. And Torque Lawless One can stop it. Because Torque Lawless One eliminates the damages, if I remember correctly. Or is that?
Yeah.
But there are ways to counter that. That's the point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
not like just slap it down and I win. Okay.
Right, exactly.
I got the Lawless One right here. When this card would be dealt clash damage, you may pay red if you do prevent that damage. Yeah, it does prevent all that damage. So,
but doesn't it have flight?
Probably.
This doesn't. No, this card does not have flight. It just has unrivaled. Yeah.
Yeah, it is breakthrough. I think that's what they were counting on. But yeah it's not unbeatable. But it is like a real crack in the mouth. It's if I recall correctly, it's not even mandatory. You can just leave it there. You can choose to do that.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. So I'm gonna explain this to the chat so they know. So we were having a conversation beforehand, about the exclusive, trait on cards. So I did find the answer for that.
Oh,
for you.
cool.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. What's up?
Yeah, so it says here, if a player controls a card with exclusive, a card with the same name may not enter play under their control by any card's effect. That card is considered an invalid target of that effect. So the other card wouldn't, it doesn't even hit.
It would have been
would just
hit.
be
Okay.
completely invalid, yeah. It
So
won't hit field at all.
so damn. So it means if it's so it would stay in oblivion.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. There's no way to do anything with it from that point. And that is 704.7D.
So that
in case you want to
so
it.
yeah. So now I have another question about that, but I'll wait till later to ask that question. Then.
No. All right, let's see the next one. First red card. Flare Pyroblast Assault.
Oh, yes.
Cost 5 with 2 red blips. Whenever you play a red card, you may deal 1 damage to target contender or clash card. And it's a 4/4.
Yes.
Yeah.
This card was made to do damage. I'm just letting you know.
Actually, this card was made to draw torque cards.
Yeah, this is
It turns
this is gonna
everything
hurt.
into the uncontrollable draw effect.
Yep, this is gonna hurt people. There's gonna be people that are leaving the LGS not happy.
But this.
Can't wait to play.
That is a cat when they are played? Question mark.
Yeah, it says whenever you play
Whenever
a
you play.
red card.
Okay,
Red card.
which is Alpha Clash speak for cats, meaning
Yes.
that it doesn't affect her.
It does not affect her now.
Okay.
So that is pretty nasty.
So again, it's this whatever red card you play, which can be clash buffs, it could be the tokens that it produces. That all counts.
Then again, I imagine this is going to go much better with flare synergies than anything we're thinking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
like a flare contender or some kind of scorched earth on legs.
Yeah. We yeah, and oh by the way, props to Wade for this art. This looks pretty dope. I like this.
I'll something mad about it is a TC exclusive. That's
Oh, this one is the TC exclusive?
yeah, that's a TC exclusive for a
wow.
rifle.
Nice, I get 4 of these.
Because that's something that I would. Hey, they already charged you.
Yeah.
Because I would love to pull this like in the actual second. I think this art is amazing. I love this art so much.
Yeah, it's nice. Although I will say this, the new card that they released of Flare.
Oh
Jeez.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
props to that person.
Yeah, like that. That's gonna be beautiful in foil.
Yes. Then here was the first reveal of the first new contender for the new one, which is Cao Ling, Swift Warrior at 25 starting. So his first ability is once per turn during your primary phase, you may engage this card. If you do, choose target face down card in target opponent's accessory zone and turn it face up. If that card has ambush, you may return that card to its owner's hand. Otherwise, that card remains face up in its owner's accessory zone. When you attach a weapon to a rogue clash card you control, you may engage this card. If you do, ready that clash card. So that's its first ability. It's a mouthful. That's the first one.
I love how they showed this card off where they showed it what an ambush actually does.
Yeah. And then the 15 life is this card gets... Oh yeah, this card. Oh wow, that's interesting. This card gets trigger attack. This contender gets +0/+1 until end of turn. Then you draw 1 card.
Contender
I
headbutts.
can't wait to see what deck you build with this.
What they're gonna build with this? I probably will not build this deck. To be honest with you.
So,
You said that.
I think I'll build this deck only to play people that play discarded. If they pull that deck out, I'm gonna be like, I'm playing this. I'm a
Cao Ling is going to have a better time against non-discarded decks than you may be giving him credit for, though it's going to heavily depend on what else the rest of his stuff does.
His
as
main
we know from
ability.
Frontline, restanding is really huge. And it's kind of like Conquest in set 2, where it's like you got a big chunky block of text ability, and then another smaller ability that really defines how he's supposed to work.
Right, because I was gonna say, yeah, the secondary ability you could work it without having to worry about the ambush part for sure. But if you want to get the full amount out of him, it's gonna be against cards that also have ambush, which is gonna be the discarded.
Yeah,
But
and
you're
this
right. The second
actually-
ability is nice. The second ability I do
Yeah.
like. I do like that.
Yeah, this is actually an interesting way to get around ambush, because the problem with ambush, as we've started to see already, is that ambush is a counter play, which means that if you want to respond to it in a way that ambush can't just immediately, I flip on my thing. Now you got to deal with a guardian with an embodiment of a focus or whatever. This is not permitting that window to occur
Right.
because that's baked into a contender.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was typing to the chat. Yeah, no, but yeah, that's true. It is
and
true.
we're
Ambush
also
is
really interesting. The 25-15 spread again on a 1-0. And this is clearly a contender for the set because we know who the Clash Kit contenders already are, Weber and
Right.
Warcry.
Yep.
And so that means that they're bringing this back again, which makes me think that they're realizing that like the 20 health contender was a bad idea, maybe.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, it's 20 but they have 0-1, right? Instead of
Yeah,
0.
they have 0.
20
Yeah.
0-1s.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say that 'cause, again, we still don't know any other cards. So again, 20 cards could be reserved for
Blue.
blue or any kind of special cards that really benefit from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
as
you
we
know-
see
you know
from
what I'd
Machina,
be-
25 doesn't mean they're weaker.
Yeah, that is true. I was gonna say too, like also, I'd be interested to see because obviously the 2 decks that we have seen that have come out that have a 20 contender, with a 0-1 has been more like defensive play.
Mhm.
But what if they did, let's say, like a red flare that was very, very highly aggro, so she only had 20 because of the fact that she's just going to be piling damage. So they got to make it even. That's something that we could also, see in the
I
future.
could see Flare being a 25-1-0 as well.
Yeah.
It would also make her threshold way easier to hit, which could be scary.
Yeah, red. We all know red. Red is definitely, I think, the strongest color. Oh, but yeah. So I showed off the. There's also the unrivaled pre-release version of it, and then the pre-release champion is monochrome.
Which I'm so excited.
Yeah, I always like the monochrome colors or the monochrome cards. I like them.
They look great.
Yeah,
They look great in stage.
They're great in person. They could be a little obnoxious when you're playing online, and somebody can go, "Hey, what is that exactly?"
Yeah. All right. So next one is you're going down for 1 black.
I'm going
You
where?
only play this card if your contender is black and a discarded. You draw 1 card. Target Clash card you control gets necrotic until end of turn. Then, if the portal is closed, discard 1 card, and that is a Clash buff.
I don't.
This Clash buff will give your creature necrotic, and then if the portal is closed, you discard 1 card. So you probably want to do this when it's open, unless the discarded really wants you to discard cards.
So I actually like this card. I like it.
1 cost. This is probably one of the best ones because it kind of doesn't matter what you block with. You always have to be concerned about that.
Yeah.
It still does the thing where it can only target Clash cards, but then again, if this could target a contender, that would be busted.
Yeah.
So getting a discarded opponent out of Clash cards is going to be pretty important.
Because
Yeah.
especially if you
What
bring a
color
card
is
in,
that?
yeah, especially if you bring a card in, you play this. Now, cool. Now I have neurotic, and I'm already obstructing, and then now I hit this down. So I don't care what your Clash buff is, you're going to die.
Yeah. And now, side thing about it. Wade, absolutely love your art, man. The demons look super cool in here. But why is Shaggy dressed as Kagan in this picture?
Because that's Shaggy's power level. Shaggy, and then he kills a Clash card.
I cannot believe what they did to my man in this picture.
He looks
so wimpy.
He looks scared for his life.
Yeah, and he looks smaller. I don't know, like he doesn't.
He looks young. So I thought he looks younger.
Yeah, it was very very strange. But even like his armor, I don't know, like the dragon armor looks weird to me.
Or maybe
the demons look super cool. The demons look awesome.
Maybe this is the first Kagan. Maybe this is like Kagan's little brother. His name is Fate.
Well, to be fair, I did ask about this once on a live stream. Apparently, card art is not necessarily canon. They're kind of what-if scenarios. So, no, there's a scenario where Conquest is going to hold up Magnate by his neck, or where Conquest is going to smash a robot, sadly.
Right, yeah, no, for sure. Typically, card art is just card art, but still, man. Could have given that man some dignity.
But it's like, look at all the stuff surrounding him. You got all these demon guys. Some have horns, some don't. They're like orcs. Then there are like these crocodile-looking things, and there's these like Zerg-looking thing in the background. Looks like a hydralisk right under the name of You're Going Down.
Yeah, I see it.
The discarded are apparently a lot of stuff. Maybe they're not one species.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because they definitely look like all types of things. Even the ones that we have seen, like Rizlok, Morak, and then Lord Krong, like none of them look the same.
No.
Wait, I didn't think we've seen Krong yet. We've seen him in the book, but that's about it.
No, in the promotion art for when they showed the set off, they had him. Well, at least who I believe would be him. It's that big guy.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you think that's Krong?
Yeah, I think that's him, because that's the only guy that so far looks like he is not only bigger than the other ones, but like the smartest one. He looks more humanoid than most of them.
He looks, and plus he's cladded in almost like warlord armor. Yeah.
The one that looks like Orc Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, and like also too, like the fact that he is like the box on, you know what I mean? Like typically, I would think that's a pretty important character. Because they're really just showing, it seems like, Cao Ling and him and all the promotion stuff. Let's see. Any pictures of it? Boom, boom. All right, so next one. And on the contrary, now this art I think is incredible by Sonderflex.
This is literally the best card the best card in the whole set.
Yeah, my Moxie deck is waiting for this. I have 4 empty sleeves right now for this card.
Like, this is literally the best card in the entire set. I'm saying that right now.
Right there with
This one may be the best card in black. I mean, it is one of the epics. They're devoting an entire epic to sort of quote fixing Moxie.
Yep. So this one is
which makes me think of what is the discarded actually going to get, because I mean there aren't that many epics in a set.
Right. So this one is put up to 1 weapon from your hand into your accessory zone. No cost restrictions. Any weapon. And then it says you may attach a weapon in your accessory zone to an Alpha Hunter Clash card you control without paying that weapon's attach cost. And then you also draw 1. This is the best 3-cost card in the fucking set.
This is it's like this is what I'm thinking for this card. This is just me spinning on top of the head. You could play, specialist, do your little stuff, beam, beam, boom, boom, boom. Cool. Yeah, I know Drake will say you probably could destroy it next turn. I don't care about none of that. Then come back to my turn. I'll play suit up.
The advantage is too much for it to matter. It wouldn't matter if you destroyed it next turn. You've already gotten the benefit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The next,
for sure.
The next turn I play suit up, drop fully powered, equip that. Now it is my 3rd turn, and I'm swinging with you with something that's either a 5/5, a 6/6, or a 7/5. I have the advantage with flying.
Oof. That's a big hit early game.
Now, here is a limitation to suit up that it's kind of important that people understand. You may attach a weapon in your accessory zone to an Alpha Hunter Clash card. If a weapon is attached to a Clash card, it is no longer in the accessory zone.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, most times the weapon that you're going to equip is the one that you just played from hand.
Yeah,
it's probably the one that you're mostly going to do.
Not necessarily. You could use this to just slap down a Weber's binoculars or a handgun.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Never do that.
Why would you do that?
Because you also have something on the field already.
Why would you do that?
Because something's on the field already.
He's
You could
so
put down a
yeah,
card,
yeah. He's
and
saying
then
like
another card
if
comes
you
in.
already have.
Oh,
Right,
okay,
he's saying, like,
okay,
Same card.
okay.
Same
I
way,
thought you
you
were.
have to.
I thought you were saying that you will use this card to play binoculars from your hand for free and attach. I'm like, why would you do that?
Right, no.
tap
What
the
he's
one.
saying is, let's say if you have a Moxie's power armor already on the field,
Got it.
and you have a Weber's binocular in hand, you would play that from hand to then equip. But what I'm saying is the most value is going to be if you're playing your best weapon from hand and equipping that same weapon. So it would be Moxie's power
heavy.
armor, and then equipping it right away, and then, like you said, turn 3 to get hit by that much damage out of nowhere.
You might as well go to
And if you don't get rid of that card, like,
quickly,
next turn, it's coming again. It's coming again. So.
And then you combine it with stuff like.
That's also technically ramp.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It's
a weird way.
I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah,
I was thinking about this sort of a late game finisher.
No.
I'm trying to get it out.
Like I said, my opening hand, like just me thinking about it, like without even testing the cards, like it would be to make sure I have this card in my hand, fully powered in my hand, and then at least a 1, 2, 3 cost or something like that. So it's like, cool. I'm going to play this card, and I'm gonna look you in your soul while I do it.
Yeah, that is mentally how I would plan it out. In my opening hand, I want to have suit up, heavy power armor, and at least, because you got to also remember that people are going to catch on to this, so people are going to try to clear your field more.
Quickly.
They're going to be more aggro. So I would at least try to get maybe 2 or 3 1 or 2 cost alpha hunters. So either the Moxie that draws you 1, the Weber that costs 2, the other Weber that costs 2, so that you can have at least 2 clash cards out on field and ready for turn 3, where you pile this out and just swing.
Yeah.
And hope to God that they don't have like a Raging Plasmax out. Because obviously they can't have a flyer either. So you gotta hope that they don't have a flyer.
And of course, just even fun stuff to kind of go through the deck is, get your Denver out. Like I keep saying also to people, we still don't know what's actually inside of the Weber Clash kit. We don't know what's in there. And again, and that's an entire 50 card. Well, about maybe 12 cards. That's going to be additional boost for alpha hunters, and we don't know what they are yet.
Yeah, that said, we know from the set 2 clash kits, if the ratios follow suit, we're going to see about 3 new card names, roughly speaking. Because what did Machina get? Machina got
Shrapnel.
He got Machina 5. I keep
Machina 5.
Name, and he got Siberia.
Yep. Siberia.
Oh yeah, and Heavy Metal.
Yep,
So
Heavy
4.
Metal too.
So expect the new Clash kit to have about as many new cards as Set 2 did.
I would say
there's going to be a lot of reprints.
My thing is this: like I realized something from just watch Alpha Clash is to never get set in any kind of pattern with them, because they'll change it up on you real quick. So
because I'm looking at Mean Streak. Mean Streak had Downtown Chicago was one of them. Mean Streak the Unstoppable was the other one. Mean Streak Quick Reflexes. Streak Skull Help is not one. That's it. That's all that Mean Streak got. So Mean Streak got 3 and Machina got 4.
What about downtown San Francisco or something like that? Downtown Chicago?
Yeah, that was the first one I said. Downtown Chicago. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like
that one got 3.
Mean Streak only got 3?
Yeah, Mean Streak only got 3.
What
Everything
about
else
Streaks Go Help?
Oh yeah.
No, that's in the set. That's not in the set?
It's not, no.
Yeah. Streaks Go Help is not in the booster set.
Oh, I thought it was. Okay, so it did get 4 then.
But yeah, like I said, I won't go on because again, just what I see is that they pretty much do what they want. They're not gonna follow a pattern.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, hey, we want to introduce more cards. We want the Clash kit to be more exclusive cards. They'll just do it. And that's why I feel like, again, when you're introducing 2 brand new contenders with support for cards that need support, why just keep it at 4 card? Why not go, cool, we'll do 5? There's literally nothing stopping them. That's why I said we don't know what's inside the Clash kits. We really don't have any information to go off of besides, pattern from the first. But you think the first Clash kit had 1 exclusive card.
Yeah.
The second one had 4, so we don't know what 3 is going to be.
Yeah, because
There
people
was
were
one
upset.
exclusive? Oh yeah, but
It just had the contenders.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if that should count. Well, technically, it had 2 in that I think this was an accident that Moxie and Magnate didn't actually get put in set 1.
No, they did. That's how they wanted it. Same thing with the set 2 contenders. They're not in the set
They
either.
wanted it that way?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how set 2 ones are. Machina isn't in the set, and neither is Mean Streak.
But again,
but in set 1, they only had 3 contenders printed for the booster set.
I mean, because think about it. So you if you wanted to play those cards, you had to get the Clash kits.
No, but he's saying like in the actual set, all it was
it was only 3.
Mean Streak, Clarity, and Torque. Yeah, but I just think it's because it was the start of a game, so they aimed for 5 colors, so they aimed for one for each color.
Yeah, it probably, if I know anything about like game design, it probably had to do with like asset reuse, and they didn't want to like invest too much in printing out a bunch of new arts, so they had kind of a limit there. It's like this is why you're seeing like a creeping increase in the number of cards in each canon set, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to call them.
Is now that they're actually
Main
getting cash underneath them, they can afford to put more arts in them, and this is why we're starting to see more stuff in each set as we go along. I think eventually they're going to plateau because, come on, let's be reasonable.
Yeah, and I think the number for how many cards there was in set 2, I think was fine. I don't think they need to go up higher than that. I think that was a good enough amount of cards.
Yeah, that was
something like
perfect.
the 150 range, where you have like 2 epics per color or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think those
like
are
I'm
good
sorting
numbers.
my stuff right now. Set 1 actually has 13 epics. That is an odd number.
That is an odd number. That is. But yeah, so Suit Up. Card to keep an eye out for. Next Moxie card.
Keep an eye out for.
Next Moxie, we got Moxie Enraged. 3 costs with only 1 black pip. This card may attach more than 1 weapon. Trigger attack. If this card has 3 or more attached weapons, you may draw 1 card. When this card deals clash damage to a contender, you may reduce the attach cost of the next weapon you attach this turn by 1.
I like this card. I don't see it being played in Alpha Hunters.
Well, that's the good thing. That's why they put
it being played in Moxie 1 specifically. This is more of a way to have that Moxie effect in other contenders.
And that's why I feel like
they put that first line.
And that's why I feel like this card it will see play, but I do not seeing a lot of play inside of Moxie builds. I see it making its way to other things, like especially with the Cowling, where it looks like he's going to be weapon based. I see it being in there.
Yeah, it has to. It definitely has to be in something that's using weapons for sure. Even if it's not Moxie, it has to be a deck that uses weapons because that is the main trigger attack. But even and now this is the other thing too, that the next skill also locks you into black because it lowers the next weapon you attach by 1 black. So if you're using white weapons, it's not going to work.
Right.
Yeah, but here's
unless they introduce colorless attaching, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But actually, colorless attaching, that wouldn't do anything because it would only reduce it by a black.
Right. That's also true. Yeah.
Relentless can't be free.
Right.
Because you can't ever reduce it by that last cost. Now, what I think is going on here is it actually might be more viable and multicolored than you think because Moxie Enrage only has 1 black loyalty pin. Which means she can appear in a lot of other things, which means she could be an outlet to all of your non-black resources to play her, and then you can save your black resource to actually like staple stuff to it.
Well, I'm not saying based on the cost. I'm saying though, whatever deck you play has to have black weapons. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because if not, then the cost reduction is for nothing. It needs to be black weapons. So even if you're not playing Moxie, whatever deck you are playing needs to have black weapons on top of this card. If not, you're just losing that ability.
Yeah, well, I think the more impactful ability out of Moxie Rage is the trigger attack. If you have 3 or more attached weapons, it doesn't have to be black weapons. You draw 1 card.
Right.
I think
but
that's
once
the
again,
ability that
so
Moxie
you
doesn't
would put
have.
this in your deck at a 3 cost to use just one of its abilities instead of being able to use all of its abilities.
If it was a draw 1 card ability, absolutely. I've done that before.
Yeah, and I feel like there's other cards that I would add in every other color that's not this.
It's like Moxie and Rage is like sort of Moxie's answer to what's her name? That one Clarity, Clarity Inspiring Leader. Remember that?
I like Inspiring Leader.
Thank you.
I think Inspiring Leader is really, really good.
Yeah, it's like as long as she attacks, if she's 2/3, and if the portal's open, she enters tap. Big deal. But she's also 3 cost and 1 devotion and 2/3 and uncommon, and named for a contender that we had set 1.
Here you go.
So it's like if we saw more stuff like this.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah,
You're
right.
seeing the similarities now.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder if they have more cards like this in the future. I mean, technically, Mean Streak already has his. That's what Mean Streak Unstoppable is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Also
that's actually, that'd be cool if they did that as a little thing there. That's cool.
Yeah, just had more 3 cost floating around, because really, set 1 was very curve lopsided, and that had like really good lows, really good high, and like a really
Not
average mid.
Yep, that's why I feel like the mid game was kind of like slow at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like everybody's playing out small clashes, and everybody plays out 2 small clashes, and then everybody slaps down Flare, Explosive Force, and wins the game. You laugh like you've been there.
Yeah. It's, too many times certain things happen, especially in the beginning, because there just wasn't much variety. Except for like the big deck builders that were just like, they would just build anything. They were building crazy things. Decks that were just completely insane. But now I feel like, there's a lot more difference. But at the beginning, like, there was only like certain number of ways that you were winning, and everybody knew the ways.
Yes.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. All right.
If only there were a card that could like stop the way people used to win in set 1. That's our segue to.
So this is the one that I'm saying that I thought it looks like he would be Lord Krung based on what we've read in the book. But this is Shadow Forge Talisman. 2 black. Trigger enter. Clash cards you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. No one cares about that. We care about the next thing. Players can't play clash buffs. And this is a relic. So it is staying out until it gets deleted.
And this is why I say
this is a really fascinating card, because think of it not in the context of like Discarded, where they already have synergy surrounding not letting your opponent buff. Think of this in Machina.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm thinking about
It's
putting
like,
it in other decks.
I drew a clash buff. Oh no, what am I going to do with this relic? Throw it at somebody. It's like Machina just loves throwing jewelry at people.
Yeah, it does.
Like I said, this is how I feel like how they're gonna fix the clash buff issue. It's like, cool, I'm just gonna shut it down, let you shut me down, and you gotta find a way to play the game without relying on the clash buff. Can you do it? And I feel like a lot of people going into set 3 can't play a deck without their clash buffs.
See, and that's why I tell you, it's like, you got to get used to it. That's why I kept saying clash buffs I do not consider them as important as they really people feel they are. I feel like you should be able to make a deck without them that could sustain, because it's only 4 cards, There's only certain times I've played whole games where I've never drawn a clash buff, and it can't be if I don't get a clash buff, I lose. Like, you have to be better than that.
Yeah, because I played some.
They are good though.
They are good.
Like,
like I played someone before who didn't run a single clash buff in their deck, and went to the wire. Like, we traded games, and it was a very, very competitive game. But the way I looked at this player was that they knew how their deck run, and they already built their deck around, cool, I'm not relying on a clash buff. And I said, I like that this card is coming, because you'll really see people who will crumble when a clash buff is not accessible to them.
Yeah.
And there's only so many ancient protections you can actually use in your deck. I know a lot of people say, oh, just use ancient protection. Cool. All I gotta do is either have more than you, or just play it at the right time when I'm going for game. You can't ancient protection me on your turn. I mean, on my turn.
Or, you know, the funny thing with Shadowforged Talisman, you know what's missing from this card? Explosive.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You
So
could
you
just
can have
play
4 of
more
these and
Shadowforged
stack 'em.
Talismans for the heck of it. And you
Yep.
probably would want to, because the trigger enter, I think you may be underselling that. That could kill people.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that it's not important. I'm just saying, though, that second ability, honestly, that first ability
Yeah.
didn't need to be there for this card to be worth 2 to me.
Yeah, but if you really want to make the most of this card, you're going to need to know how to best use both abilities, and that's going to be scary.
Wait, no, because you just said that
Like,
you...
take all that Haven spam stuff.
Wait, Drake,
and
no,
just
you literally just said that you will play a card just to get one ability to draw one, so why do you need to use both abilities on this card? Now I'm
This is
confused.
why
because neither of these card abilities draw one.
Listen,
Draw one is huge.
it's funny that you said it, Ryo, because I just sat here and I'm just like, I'm not even going to say it.
I was like, wait a minute, back the fuck up.
Not 2 seconds
And
ago, this
downside.
man. Unbelievable.
It's
yeah,
about
so this-
card draw. Card draw matters. It's like these abilities should be used in concert if you want to maximize this thing, is my point.
Yeah. So that is that one. Next one we got here was Swarm of Monsters. 3 costs with 2 of those being black pips. It's a counterplay trap. Oh, go ahead.
And if that isn't Rizzles right there.
Yeah, that's
That's
Riz
gotta at
right
least
there.
be his species.
Yeah,
And you see
100%.
King Karul with the hammer.
So we got it's a counterplay. You may activate this trap when an opponent plays a clash card. That card is sent to oblivion instead of entering play. If the portal is open, target opponent can't play clash buffs until end of turn.
Again,
There's
more
that
clash
ability
buffs.
again. And you may only activate this trap if you control a discarded contender or a discarded clash card, which that makes a
What?
difference.
Oh, I did not see the or.
Yeah, that makes a difference because as long as you have one, that's all you need. You don't need to be a discarded contender.
You don't need to have discarded clashes. I think that's the more important thing. So you can't just boom somebody's field and be safe.
Yeah. So this is once again another clash buff hate, as Ryo said. I don't necessarily 100% feel the 3. Maybe if it was 3 with only 1 black pip, I would feel better about it.
No, that might make it a little too busted.
I mean, but yeah.
But the reason why is because I want to use it outside of black decks.
Yeah, because you could put the discarded card. The ambush is almost like how it's showing the ambush. You can put those on any deck.
Yeah. So that's why I want to play this outside of black, but with 2 black pips, like I could still run it, but most of the time,
I would say you would need at least 20 black cards out of 50 to run this, because that's what I do with Deliverance. Deliverance is white is not the major color of my Torque deck, but I still run Deliverance at a decent amount. Let's say.
Yeah. 20. I think 20's right. I agree with you. 20's the right number.
I'm just all for clash buff hate. I'm just all for it.
Once again, you're gonna see this. This is gonna break people. I'm telling you. Like there's people. There's one person, I'm not gonna mention their name, at my LGS that like clash buffs are his aim. Like if he'll mulligan 8 cards to see if he'll get more clash buffs in his hand.
Why?
In the next draw. Like because he counts on them, man. That's the only way he can do damage. This kid cannot play. And it's gonna kill him if I tell him that he can't play clash buffs.
It would suck for him if they ever came out with a card with a card that got rid of that you look at your opponents. If anything made you discard cards, he would not be a happy camper. Because you start to say, cool, I have 4 clash buffs in your hand. Cool, discard your hand. Nah, that's exactly how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this-
Also, I just noticed something with Swarm of Monsters. Literally something I just noticed right now. You
Yeah.
may activate this trap when an opponent plays a clash card.
Yes.
It does not use the word only. Are you following?
No.
Wait, say that again?
You may activate this trap when an opponent plays a clash card. There is no use of the word only. Are you seeing where I'm going with this?
Not a clue.
You can play this in response to anything the opponent does in order to stop anything. So it's like if the opponent slaps down a torque, or if they have a torque down already, a non-controllable, if they play a boom, you can respond with Swarm Monsters because it says you may activate this trap when an opponent plays a clash card. But
no, it has a clash card is specifically a creature. Those are clash cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't say only. That's weird wording.
Right. Well, it doesn't say only because it just says when you play a clash card. So it's like it can only it has to be a clash card. So whatever clash card, but it has to be a clash card. Because I don't know how else to explain that. There's no other type of card that is a clash card besides clash cards. So you can't play this when they play a boom because the boom is an action card, not a clash card.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that wording is sufficient to you to suggest that this is only a counter to clashes?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's saying that you only. It's literally saying it says you may activate this when an opponent plays a clash card. So if they play an action card, I would think I can't play this because it's not a clash card.
Yeah. I was thinking if
yeah.
you want to really rules lawyer it, you could play it in response to anything just to turn off clash cards for a turn and just say, oh, no, there wasn't a clash card response. Oh, I guess I just ignored that effect.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get the warning for just being a dick.
Hey, what's up? We got somebody actually from my LGS here.
Hey!
So the next one is Gur Savage Aggressor, which once again, this art by Sam.
No. You have to say Gur again. I need more emphasis on that. I didn't say choke.
Gur. Oh yeah, Gur Savage Aggressor, which looks like I'm gonna say kind of like a water Medusa. Because he's bottom half looks like an octopus arm, honestly.
Yeah, you know what this card kind of looks like, which is kind of weird when you consider its effect? It looks like embodiments of Apopus.
A what?
Ryotin?
What's a
Yu-Gi-Oh? Embodiment of Apopus?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card? I do not know that card. Let me see.
It's another Egyptian themed snake guy. It's a trap card. You flip it up and it becomes a 1600 power monster on the field.
Oh, I don't play. I don't.
That's almost exactly what this is.
I don't play trap. Yeah, I don't play trap. Only trap deck I ever played was Paleozoics. I did it with toads.
Yeah, that's embodiment of Apopus is where Paleozoics got it from.
Oh my god, I do know this card. This is the one that has the flip effect, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now you're getting it.
Yep. I do know this card.
Wait, what is it?
The fact that it's a snake guy with one sword and it's a trap that you flip up and it turns into a body on field.
Yeah,
that is
right.
Exactly
it even has the
same.
Oh my god, you're so right. So Ryo, I'm gonna read it to you. So the card you put it in the trap zone.
Got it.
Yu-Gi-Oh, even though it's a creature. And it says, during either player's main phase, special summon this card as a normal monster. And then it tells you what it has, its attack and power. But it literally works the same way because it's ambush. You start it as a trap, and then you transform it into a creature.
So it's a copy my homework, but don't make it too similar?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Did you see it?
Yes!
That's so funny. Hey, what's up, Annie?
Oh!
That's so funny.
Damn!
But yeah, so
Gur is now embodiment of Apophis.
but yeah, so this was the first card that actually had the wording for ambush. Well, obviously we got inside of Cao Ling, they said the word, but this is the first time that they actually told us what it was. And it's you may set this card face down as a trap in your accessory zone. And then you would counterplay it. So if the portal is open, you may put this card into play from your accessory zone. So pretty much you're going to put it in your trap, and then if the portal's open and someone plays a creature, you go surprise.
Literally.
Here's Gur, and he's ready to aggress.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, the funny
How's
thing
that go,
about
Drake?
Gur
Monetization.
is- Yeah, the funny thing about Gur is that somebody plays Flare 1, and then you're deciding whether or not to activate it or not, because if you don't activate it, you have nothing to block
Agreed.
anything. But if you do activate it, Flare can
She'll
snipe
pain you. Yeah, agreed. I probably wouldn't play it if a flare was coming out.
Yeah, I thought that's a judgment call.
play Gur for if there are specific discarded synergies, because I mean, really, how many Alpha Hunters are all that good? But they're good because of what synergies there are.
Right, agreed.
I mean, I feel like again, this is if I again, I feel like it's just more of like how you play it, because I'm looking at this card. It doesn't cost anything at all, so it's a free play. Your portal just gotta be open. I can bring this in. It could be a
No.
cheap...
You still need to pay the one. You still need to pay the one to play it. It doesn't come in for free.
Oh no, it comes for free.
No, it doesn't.
It's set for free.
Yeah, you set it for free, but you still have to. When you counterplay, you have to pay the cost.
I'm gonna get back to you on that one.
Yeah, that's exactly. It works just like a normal trap would. You don't pay when you put it down, but when you flip it, you still have to pay it. So did you think that you were going to be able to just bring in creatures for free?
Yes.
No. You still have to pay them. You still have to pay the cost.
I have a feeling we're gonna
Absolutely.
see a big fat ambush later in the set, because this
Yeah.
is the common.
Yeah, this is a common, yeah. So I hope that there's some big boys. I'm hoping to see like a 5 or 6 cost that just chills in the trap and then all of a sudden shows up for a party.
Yeah, so it's like the discarded equivalent to Conquest and Intrepid Titan, where it's a 5 cost 1/6.
Yeah.
Block something.
Yep. That would be pretty dope. So I agree with you. And also, like, once again, going into what Drake said earlier, the discarded seem to be a full array of fucking creatures. Because this thing looks like none of the other ones.
Like, as again, like, not even close. All right. And then what's the last one we got?
The next one, or the last one, which is the one that came today, which once again, man, look at Sounderflex is popping out this art, man. Look at this art. The foil on this card is going to look incredible.
I'm telling you, it better be amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
And this is a common.
Yeah,
like,
which is I didn't think this was a common, like based on the artwork, but yeah, like I couldn't believe it. But based on the artwork, I would think that they would put this artwork on an epic. So I can just imagine what other cards are going. But like this is crazy, and this is for 1 red, a 1/1. Once per turn during your primary phase, you may pay 2 red. If you do, create 1 red Nova Relic accessory token. Then you draw 1.
And I'm sorry, because again, until we know what Nova tokens are, but still, like you said, Drake, I could pay 2 to draw 1.
Yeah. Which is there's a mean streak that does that. Yeah. Mean streak does.
Which is weird because it's been out for a while.
Yeah, and people have shied away from him for some reason.
I'll be honest, I just forgot that he does that.
That's really not fair. Yeah, but it's so color intensive.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Maybe it's like we're going to start seeing a push for being able to actually monocolor. and a bunch of those are going to come in. I mean, Torg Lawless one kind of did this last set.
Yeah.
In fact, it
The
made you
blue
pay the
cards
same
are
colors.
bad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping to see more monocolor decks. Right now, I don't feel like monocolor is viable.
Yeah,
but
I think
that
it's
will
good. I
definitely
think
get some more mono.
I really think with
Yeah.
set 3 coming out, since we're kind of seeing more colors that work together, I feel that no, we won't have full monocolors just yet, but that secondary color, it's gonna start moving down to maybe 12 cards, then maybe down to 8. Like I can see it slowly start going on. Especially, I feel like with Magnate, with it's just having a huge emphasis on have a bunch of Magnate cards. I see that being the first truly monocolor deck, because you got to think, if you want to really get that out, if you really want that to work, you're going to need a lot of cards that are Magnate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there already are at least decent monocolored
Yeah,
decks.
it's a
The
thing.
problem is that there are much bigger payoffs to not being monocolor. The monocolored
Agreed.
deck that I've seen float around occasionally is Sinister San Francisco.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Like
Blue,
if you really
I
don't
think
have
if
any
I think if there
range,
is a monocolor deck right now, it's gonna be red. Yeah, 100%.
I see
red
that.
is the closest to monocolor right now, and especially if there are more enrage cards, which I'm kind of sad that they dropped that for a bit because I want to see more enrage.
Yeah, Enrage is a nifty. The only thing that I don't like about Enrage is that it doesn't stack.
What do you mean?
Enrage doesn't stack. Read the.
Oh, it's
comprehensive
not like
manual.
Enrage 1 plus Enrage 1 equals Enrage 2? No.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's just if you have Enrage, you have Enrage, which is just like
Yeah, you have it at the highest level. It's kind of wonky and a little disappointing, lame,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can live with it.
Yeah, I can live with it for sure, but it would be so cool.
That'd be so
if
much better if it- yeah.
stacked.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like the crazy thing about Nova Radiator in specific is like the first thing I thought of was Machina.
yeah.
Because
Yep,
like
yep.
you're paying 2 red to essentially draw 2 guards.
Yeah. Yep. And it's
Like
Yeah, that's
Machina
what-
needed help.
listen, it's one of those things, right? Hey, Torque is definitely still up there. I don't think Torque is out. I still think Torque is actually probably the top. Torque, Clarity,
I
Machina.
haven't seen nearly enough to make a judgment call on what Torch prospects are in set 3.
Well, yeah, it's a 3. None
Listen,
of us
at
have
this
seen
point,
them.
frankly, I would like to use something else for once.
Yeah.
Being really honest, I want to use something new.
Yeah,
I've used a different deck each set so far, so
like I said, I truly think, and it's again, just look at all the promotions going into it, look at Southern Hobbies really pushing it. I feel that set 3 is going to be that changing set where it's going to be a lot harder for you to say, okay, cool, I'm going to go ahead and play my still set 1 stuff. It's going to be very difficult for you to keep up.
right. I agree. I think set 3, at least one of my big hopes out of set 3 is we're gonna see a lot more variety.
Yes.
I think 3 sets makes it where there's enough cards where people are gonna start creating different things. We're not gonna see the same just red whites, white blacks, green blues, green white, white blues. Like I think we're gonna see some different stuff. Especially out of some of the creative people in the community. Like I think I'm not gonna list every color combination. I'm just saying. I think people like Drake and Andrew are big when it comes to the creativity of creating decks. Even if some of them failed, they still continue creating stuff and they find unique ways to put cards together.
Absolutely.
And which is very healthy for the community. So I think giving people more choices is just gonna broaden that, which will be nice.
And that's why I said,
I'm seeing a huge up in power in this set. I mean, this set is coming out swing.
this is going to be great.
very, very safe. Set 3, not so safe.
Yeah, that's why I said I feel like
something they actually break this in set 3.
I feel like set 3 is literally the set where they're coming out and saying, you know what, we're not going to follow what you think we're going to do, and that's why I said it's going to break everything wide open. And more I think about it, I think at first I was like, okay, why are they releasing a draft box right before set 3? Why are they doing that? It makes so much more sense now. it makes so much more sense to drop a
Essentially,
reprint.
this is the game's first format.
Yeah. And I really think that what the draft set is going to succeed the most at is getting new players.
It's getting new players and then getting reprints of set 1. Because like I said, I feel like set 3 is going to tackle a lot of set 1 cards that people maybe missed out on, that they can't find now, a little bit more expensive. And now you have a way to get those set 1 cards to be able to play in set 3 while bringing in new players that have access to get set 1, set 2 cards in an easier, fun way.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm typing to chat here. So if you guys, I'm not talking, so you guys talk.
Yes. And that's why now more I think about it, this was the perfect time to release Draftbox. This is the perfect time to do it and add in a second format to keep people preoccupied while we're going into set 3, but then also with Level Up being next month, it's going to really put a lot of eyes on the game and shake up to people like, okay, cool, this deck won, or this deck was doing really, really well. And that's why I keep pulling for it. I believe Clarity is going to take the whole thing.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Because I think, again, like you're saying, Clarity is the most generic contender to use that gives you access to the set 1 class buffs, and you can literally build your deck whatever you want and use Clarity, because Clarity will just filter through your deck.
Back in the conversation, but I don't know where we are at.
Where every other deck, it sticks to one particular gimmick. Like, my contender does this, so my deck does this. Where Claire's like, you don't know what's in my deck because I don't have a gimmick.
Even I don't know what my deck does.
And that's
so I will say that I do agree with that. I've seen people play a Clarity deck where it was counters. I've seen someone play a Clarity deck where it had damage, like non-clash damage. So it's just, I really feel like Clarity is the most versatile of them, with War being a really close second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think we've seen the last of Claire Force 1.
I don't think so either. I think that deck could just get better.
Powerful variants of her.
Yeah, I also agree with that, because let's say this, in general, flyers are a big thing right now. Flyers, I think, is some of the best, not necessarily the best cards, but it's like the most evasion right now is coming from those cards.
Yes.
You put flyers in it, and the other person doesn't have flyers, and unless they get rid of it, they're just gonna sit there and take damage.
Yeah, it's like there's only so long you can wait for Lin Adaptable to bail your rear out.
Exactly.
And that's why I said I'm for that. I'm after playing and looking at some stuff today, I think honestly, Main Street boosted.
Okay, so it's so crazy that you
came
mentioned
around
that.
to it.
Yeah, I was actually reading him today too, because I have the Clash kit here.
And I really think that Main Street Boosted is another contender that works with any kind of deck.
And you know,
exactly.
It's that first ability of giving anything, like any Clash cards, the trigger attack to gain a streak counter. Because at first, like, you would think, well, since it's Mean Streak, you need to now put a whole bunch of counter stuff. But all of them, as long as they attack,
they get it.
If they can attack and survive, they get it. It's like War stuff will get it. It's like, I think of Mean Streak Boosted like a alpha version of War, where it's like he likes attacking, but he mostly likes surviving. War kind of doesn't care. Mean Streak does, because he actually gets advantage off of it, and a stupid amount of advantage. We saw that in our 4-way game.
Yeah. Yes, and that's why I say I feel like the 3 contenders.
It's like that game seems to have awakened something in a lot of you.
Big Autism, which one? You said what it does. I can't type. Which card? And I'll tell you what it does. Just type it in the chat. Okay, you guys can continue.
Yeah, so
somebody in the chat asked something.
I feel like there's 3 contenders that I truly believe are going to win are top in Vegas, that is War, Main Street Boosted, and Clarity. Clarity we talked about, Main Street Boosted we talked about. War is another card, is another contender that doesn't care about what's in the deck. And I feel like those three things, because again, if someone, you sit down to play, somebody flips over Torque, you know what they're going to try to do. Somebody flips over Magnet, you know what they're going to do. You know how to play it. If I flip over War, Main Street, or Clarity, you may think you know what I'm going to do, but when you see that card where if I'm playing War, and you see me going pure Main Street Blues, and you're like, whoa, wait, what are you doing? You no longer know what to do. Now you're in a reactive standpoint in the game. You're no longer proactive until you get to game 2 because you don't know what I'm doing. Torque, I see Torque, cool. I know it's going to come. It's going to be white or red. I got to wait for your Torques to do pings. You're going to do here comes the boom. You'll drop a flare. Cool. I make sure to counter that when it comes out. I'm good to go. I see Magnate, cool. You're going to get the plus defense. I'll survive the rush. When I survive the rush, I'll take you out. You're good to go. Those 3 decks, you won't know what's going on until it's already going on. And I keep saying that's the reason why people in the Philippines are playing Clarity. And that's why Tricolor Clarity has been winning nonstop.
Yeah, they play a lot of Clarity.
They play a lot of Clarity. And you think about it, it's Tricolor too. They're playing 3 colors. And it works every single time.
Yeah,
I've seen the Tricolor Clarity deck. Honestly, I see it as just kind of a diversion from it's like what I call the Daganizer for fairly obvious reasons, because it's really just the Dagon deck where they're just adding black into it for a reason that I don't fully grasp. I don't think the opportunity cost of adding the black adds more than the reliability of 2 color.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what is in black that you really need? Like, obviously they put the 4 Moxies because they just want more draw.
Mm-hmm.
But like, are you adding the weapons? Like, what are you adding?
You can add to the depths to it. That's a cool one to have for some quick review.
Or what are they adding? Death's Door?
I feel like Death's Door is one of the cards that has so much hype coming out, but it has died down immediately.
I doubt it. More likely, the Daganizer would be running Denver.
Denver's a great card.
Yeah, more draw.
Gateway, that's a fun card.
Clarity. More power to Clarity, more power to Lynn, more power to the Havens.
Now, I'm probably going to start playing Detroit here soon. Because I'm liking getting that buff to defenses for rogues. And the fact that it can search out, you play it, y'all both get to search, cool, whatever. But you can add any non-class card that's 4 or less to your hand. That includes buffs, that includes accessories, that includes... you're
4?
3. You look at 3, but I think it's like 4 or less.
No, it's 3 or less.
3 or less.
Yeah, I know, because if you let you look for something that was 4 or less, I'd be running it myself and searching.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that completely changed it, but yeah. No, it's the top 3 cards and 3 or less.
But let me tell you why this card's also good. What cards do we just show off that are 3 or less that stops buffs and stuff like that? You can search those out.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got some potential in set 3. Because now we're starting to see stuff like that. Heck, I actually was running a Machina deck that ran Detroit to fish for the shrapnels.
Oh, nice.
And I also feel like
the Haven package to wall off and just survive.
I also feel like set 1 Cowling is going to become way more relevant now. Because you play that for 1. Look at the top 4. I think you add an accessory to hand.
Yeah. Yeah, accessories in general.
Accessory that's 3 or less.
I think Cowling might be 4 or less, or something like that. He was okay. Like he wasn't good at set 1 because there wasn't any accessories, but now that we have more, he's like I kept looking like he's
4 or less.
Like he's so much better. Like he is so much better now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well, you might use him to fish heavy power armor in relation to a suit up deck.
You can search. You can search out almost anything because there's way more accessory now, so you can literally search out everything.
Yeah. Any accessories? Most of the accessories. So let's see. Accessory. Well, this will only have set 1 and 2.
No, it's top
so
3 cards 4 or less.
Yeah.
It's Weber that does 5 or less. No, not Weber.
No, I was gonna say
Edwards.
Edward. Yeah.
So I said you could.
Oh man, seeing that card get his.
No,
day.
even Edward. Edward is you draw the 5 cards and it's 3 or less.
Yep.
Yeah, Edward
Yeah.
is 3 or less, and it has to be a weapon? Question mark.
Yeah, it's a weapon.
Yeah, so it can't be like a trap, or it can't even be a warthog. He can't even get a warthog. That's sad.
But yeah, like,
Put a weapon. Yep, weapon. Specifically, weapon.
but yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for everything that's coming, and unfortunately, listeners and watchers, we have reached the end of the show.
Yeah, we're going on an hour and 40 minutes.
And I said, we thank everyone that's been with us, that's been dropping the likes. I know I've been dropping some. I hope that everyone who watched it really did enjoy it. I'm excited for Unrivaled. Like I said, I feel like this set is going to be amazing. And I'm waiting for that one person to come out. Oh, this set is too broken. I quit. Yeah, cool. Sell me your collection.
Yeah, I feel like it's how every set that comes out of anything, like even Magic, there's so every time. Now the newest one is Modern Horizons. I'm so done with Magic, and I'm just like, yeah.
And like I said,
We're all done until we're not done. We're all freaking crackheads.
like I said, I will buy everybody's collection for 25% off a TCG player. So whatever. You don't want this. Here, let me give you some money. Go get some Magic cards. Yeah, we'll play Magic. Absolutely, you are. Give me your collection. Nice binders. But yeah, we appreciate everyone for stopping by, watching the show live. And if you're watching this on a replay, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope we did know information about the cards. And again, if you're ever around, let us know what cards or what do you want to see come in Arrival.
Wait, what? What'd you just say?
What cards you want to see come in Unrivaled?
Oh, that's not what I heard.
What did you?
That I asked.
What did you hear?
I'm not trying to lose monetization, so I'm not gonna say that.
Can we get some blue spoilers? You haven't seen any of that yet?
That is true.
Just Lynn.
Just Lynn. But,
Oh yeah, we have seen Lynn.
Well, guess what? But Lynn's carrying it by herself. She don't need no help.
Yeah. Lynn. Yeah, because we have black, red. We got a lot of black.
We got white.
Only one white, and it was a contender.
And then one green.
Oh no, we got 2 whites. We got.
Oh
Ancient
yeah.
Power too. Yeah, Ancient Power. So yeah, it looks like we got 2 greens. We got 3 reds, and then like 5 blacks, 6 blacks.
Yeah, the next ones have to be.
But to be fair, it's because everyone complained that there wasn't enough black support.
That's true. Actually, I just thought about something. Oh my goodness. Next week, right?
What?
Next week's the
Our
20th?
challenge?
No, next week's the 20th.
Next week is the 20th. What happens the 20th?
Remember, that's our day.
Oh, that's our spoil day.
That's our spoil day. Let's go. Yeah, so on
next week we will be spoiling a card ourselves.
So make sure that you are tuned in, you're locked in. We'll go ahead and have a special premiere to kind of show off the new card. I hope nobody like chokes us out the desk because no, we go live at 8:30. Like that's what time it's going to reveal. We're not going to drop it early. Like, 8:30 is when we go live. So again, 8:30. J_Crane 87 TCG on TikTok. That is when
turn time.
8:30.
I'll tell you right now, we're gonna get messages day of by noon.
100%. Where's our spoiler?
Yeah, 100%.
Live on the Roll Contender podcast when we will reveal the spoiler card and we will talk about the spoiler card and then hopefully we'll have maybe 1 or 2 special guests from the Alpha Clash team to join us. I pray to God it actually happens.
Well, are we supposed to do our battle next week too, though?
Damn it.
The next week's the 4-way Harbinger battle?
Harbinger battle. You know what? Somebody, you know what? Let's do. I don't know. We'll talk. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But no matter what, spoiler next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Jace.
The TikTok
Very much so.
link will be in the description. The YouTube will not be up until Thursday. So if you want to see it spoiled live, it will be on Wednesday, March 20th.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Jeez. Oh, and also last minute thing. I know we mentioned it earlier, but did anybody get an actual date for their Kickstarter?
No.
Yeah, mine's still no date. It says it's shipped, but there's no date.
Yours shipped. I still have shipping label created.
Yeah, mine says shipped, but there's just no date as to when.
Let me check mine. Let me see. Nope, pre-shipment.
Okay.
Mine still says shipping label created.
Dang.
I got pre-shipment info sent to USPS.
Yep, that's all I got.
That's about it.
They're sending Ryotins via FedEx. I told them to send it via the shittiest mailing.
Mine's is coming through the postal service. So thank you for that.
Mine's coming through postal service too.
Oh man, I swear to
I trust them the most. I'm not gonna lie. I trust them the most out of everybody.
See, I am gonna lie. I trust my mail carrier. If there's anyone else doing it, I don't trust them. My mail carrier, he's dope. He come to my house and say, "Hey, bro, I got your package for you." I'll say, "Thanks, man. Appreciate you." If I get the other person, they leave my shit hanging out of the mailbox. I'll drive up like, "Hey, can I get my package?" No. It's right there in your hand. You put it in my mailbox. No. I'm right here. No.
I wouldn't give it to you either. You don't look trustworthy. You got shifty eyes.
I literally have my ID like, "Hey, this is my ID," or they'll get mad like, "Oh, can you start putting your lot number on it?" No. I said I send stuff out. I send stuff out of my house. I don't want people to get mad at me and come to my house and kill me.
A matter of fact, I'm telling you right now, if I see you outside your house, I'm not dropping off. You're too shifty. I don't care if I see you with the keys in your hand.
I'm
getting back in my mail cart and I'm driving away.
Funny story about that. I actually had a mailman who pulled up and opened up his stuff, saw all the stuff, said, "Man, fuck this job." Got in and left.
Wow.
I said, "Yo!"
What was that, Drake?
He went postal.
Yeah.
I think he went home with everybody's packages because I never saw him again.
Man, that's a federal crime.
But I said there's also one mailman. I ain't gonna say who. There's a story I'm telling. So he was kind of part of like a little scam ring where somebody would order stuff like Best Buy and stuff like that. So he would just say, it got lost, right? Feel me? And then a person would go to Best Buy and say had never got delivered on it, and then they'll get a second one sent to them. And the mailman keep that product, and the other person who ordered get a second one. I was like, wow, y'all out here wilding. I think he's in jail now.
Yep, that's probably why. Because once again, that's a federal crime.
Because I said, wow, somebody's out here. I said, but that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't do that, kids. Don't do that, kids.
I was gonna say that's a long con. Like you're gonna get a job at the post office, and then we're gonna
work your way up. Work your way up all the way to the top. Now you're a senior VP mail sorter.
Oh, I will say this, everybody. When you do find out the date of when your Kickstarter is getting to you, be home. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Don't take that chance. Don't you know what I mean? Like this is. I have $750 worth of product coming. I need to be home, so I will be, whether it be taking the day off or making sure I work from home, but I need to be here when that gets here.
I didn't think about that, and then who knows how big these packages are? Because I said again, I have a lot of I have a lot of stuff. I'm like, I want to make sure I'm here, or make sure my stuff is not sitting out in the rain.
Yep, that's another thing too. The weather's, especially up here in the north right now. The weather's crazy. These are cards, regardless if they're in a box or not. Like, they're cards. There's posters in there.
Stickers.
Yeah, so just be home.
So
you don't want to get, because these, especially people that got like progenitors, these are numbered cards. Like,
yeah, I'll be pissed.
If your package gets stolen, like, I don't think there's a way for you to get these replaced. Everything else, yeah. But the number card, like, they don't know what number yours was, so it's not like they can just reprint it, because God forbid it's the same number as someone else's card. So you may lose out on that. Like, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make sure I'm home. But my request for the next Kickstarter, she'll be launching this like towards the end of this month. They start adding like packages like of gum or candy with the Alpha Class stuff on it. I'll subscribe to that notion.
Just want a bag of candy with the Alpha Class symbol.
Yeah, I'm be honest. The stickers are cool. The stickers cool, but if they had like a bag of Lay's, shit.
Man, you are out here embarrassing the big boy population.
Bro, you
are out here embarrassing.
You sitting here judging me, but you know damn well they said had a Moxie favorite barbecue bag of chips. You be like, yo, give me 3.
Like hood chips,
yes,
like it's just gonna have Moxie on it.
Yes,
and it'll be called like blow it up barbecue,
bro. Wait a minute. Yo! And you have magnate with a sour cream because he's green. Yo!
All right, so I won't say bag of chips, but I will say this: if they made like cereal boxes, like how from when we were kids, but it was based around like magnate being the like cereal mascot or Moxie, and they did it as a cereal box, I would buy that. I would buy that.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Josh just joined in. Josh, make it happen.
Yeah, for real.
We want Alpha Class cereal. I need Moxie Cocoa Puffs, and I need all the Cocoa Puffs to be shaped as grenades. I needs it.
Lucky Charms. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, right.
And then when you spell it, I should have MOXIE in there where I can spell it. It says Moxie, and I have little grenades on there, and I'll bite into the grenades and give me a little explosion of like powder in my mouth. I will buy it.
I would. Imagine like a green cereal that turns your milk green and it's got magnate on it. Like you wouldn't eat that?
I
wouldn't sit there and watch cartoons.
Wait, bro. Do you remember back in the day where they had the oatmeal with the eggs on them and you poured it in the eggs?
And it turned into little dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember
have that. And each little thing has some of magnates like gamma spears, stuff like that. Yo!
Yeah, I'm telling you, my kids would be eating it all the time.
I will punch my child in the face. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that's a collector's item. Why are you eating it? It's so delicious.
Come out with a Mean Streak energy drink.
No.
I'd buy it.
I would buy it, but can you just imagine what are you doing? I'm going fast.
I'm fast, man. I'm lightning fast.
Lefty on the way.
Oh,
I would be an embarrassment so quick because I would just do that. I'm like, yo, just give me this bottle of Main Street energy drink. Let me take 16 sips, and I got you on a commercial.
That's funny. That's funny, but yeah, I would. I would, and honestly, like we've said this before too. Like, I would love to see like an animated series of Alpha Clash, and animated series always lead to like this kind of stuff, like other agreements and other stuff that they can get into. So like, listen, even kids' fruit snacks. Give me some fruit snacks with like little Alpha Clash symbol, little Alpha Aster as a purple gummy,
I'm sorry, I don't know where that sound came from, but I love fruit snacks. So again, if they dropped the for the comic book and they said that, hey, you will hit the goals that you'll get 6 boxes of Alpha Clash fruit snacks, you better be able to run that shit up to the max. Everybody getting fruit snacks on me. Man, we get $10,000. Who did this? Me. But I know we keep going back and forth about that. I keep thinking live action, and the reason I keep saying live action is because I love the show Heroes so much and saw how bad Heroes got, and I feel like Alpha Clash could do what Heroes did, but not get bad.
Right.
But yes, it'll cost more money. It'll cost more money. Absolutely, it'll be expensive.
Yeah, that's my thing. I think it'll cost more money, and if you want it to be limitless, it's just hard to do it with live animation or live like.
Now, when you say animation, do you mean straight animation, or would you do the CGI animation?
Either or would be fine as long as it's good CGI animation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be like crappy, but either or would be fine. Honestly, I would like to see, if I was going to see these characters, I want them to look exactly like what we know they look like.
Okay.
And if it's done in live action, we're going to get a live action version of them. But, like, I don't know. I feel like for Alpha Clash, like I want Magnate to look exactly like what we know Magnate to look like.
Well, first of
I
all,
want the
which
characters
one?
to look like that.
Which Magnate? Set 1 or set
Oh,
2?
the newer, new set 2 Magnates,
Set 2,
and
okay.
even like set 3. Yeah, like I want the newer stuff, not the older stuff.
You don't want Christopher Walken?
Yeah, no. Or the kid from Shameless as Weber. No, I don't want that.
Yo, but okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, that's the kid. Yeah, Weber. That's him,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying, but I
Right
would,
here.
I
This
would.
one. This one specifically. That's the kid from Shameless.
That is 100% him. But that is him all the way, all in his face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not this. The other one's different though. The two costs.
the 2 Claws is way different.
Yeah, they made him look different here. He looks like Chris Pine in the G.I. Joe movie. that's what I'm seeing. This is Channing Tatum.
That is Channing Tatum.
G.I. Joe. It's a G.I. Joe for sure.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely would love to see a show, and partly because I would sit there and watch it, and there's just so much I could see, and I know I've said before, like I do like the character of Moxie, but I feel to some parts of Moxie that she's a very Mary Sue, and I think having a TV show would kind of flesh her out. Where I think she should truly be just a despicable person, like you just really don't like her. So when it
about her, she's likable.
No,
Leave her alone.
she's too likable. That's the thing. She does nothing wrong.
Yeah, don't do that. She's so nice.
But I feel like when it gets towards, I said it before in my review for it, I feel like if we had a point where it's like, okay, we kind of like her, but we kind of just don't really fuck with. Like she's that friend that you hang out with, but when she's like, oh, let's go to another bar, you're like, nah, I'm gonna go home. She's that, but like I feel like she's that person. That towards the end of it, when everything kind of comes where she's now appointed to be the leader, I think that truly would be like, now you have an entire category. Because again, you look at Main Street kind of come off as just a dick, but towards the end of it, you're like, man, like bro,
So you want another redemption story?
Yes.
Out of her. Yeah, I get that. I just feel like too much redemption story is gonna make it so that you know what I mean. Like you don't want a bunch of that, especially out of the main characters. Like now, do I believe that she is a stern female? Yeah. Like how I think of Moxie, like I think she's very military, very strong, very hard, but like in the background, like maybe have like a very close friendship that grows out of Weber and he kind of gets her to open up. Like that I could totally see.
I like that.
But like I don't think she's a bad person. I think she really cares about justice. I think she really believes that what she's doing is to save everyone, regardless of what that means. Because obviously kind of like in the beginnings of everything, they were kind of just like, yeah, every alpha is a bad alpha. There is no good. But obviously stuff like that changes later on. But yeah, I think she really just wants to do good, and she's a person that just grew up in the military. Like I could totally see it being like, oh, her father was in the military, and she always thrives to make him proud, but he got killed.
I would. I hope that does not happen. I hope if they change anything from the book to the TV show, I hate that cliche so much. Why can't she just be a person and say, hey, I want to join the military and be the best that I can be? I hate that trope for women characters where they're living up the expectation of a man. No, let them say, this is what I wanted to do on my end. Nothing's pushing me besides that I want to be better than you.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that's more relatable. And speaking of Moxie, I thought about something because I just saw Josh comment about Brave Pride thing about Alpha Clash animation.
Yeah.
Can we start getting an Alpha Clash decor? Because I feel like this man, Jay Crane, would definitely, they came out with a Moxie pillow. This boy would have it in his bed.
Well, I'll tell you what, I forgot who was it that posted the tapestry that he has up on his wall.
Yeah.
I want that. I want that a lot.
I think Josiah, Josiah did that.
Yeah, like my first Alpha Clash decorations are gonna be the stuff that comes in the Kickstarter. Like I'm gonna frame the uncut sheet.
Oh, I
So
can't
that
wait.
I'm gonna put that up. I'll probably end up framing the posters because I got one of each of the Harbingers, so I'll probably frame those. But yeah, like I want more options in store to buy stuff. Like I know people that it's just want sleeves. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people want those Kilimanjaro sleeves that came
Yeah.
out, and you can't get them. Yeah, we definitely want products. Like obviously, every single one of my decks is inside of a pre-release thing, and people are like, "Oh, just buy a deck box." But like, I want an Alpha Clash deck box.
Bro, just stop. The next time I see that, I just want to send you a deck box.
Listen, but I won't take it. I want it to be Alpha Clash. I want my deck to match my cards.
Right.
Um,
So let me ask a question. Did you get the Alpha Clash deck boxes?
I did for the Kickstarter. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I got two of the deck boxes. I wish I got the binder.
I'm about to say,
Aaron showed off the binder.
I'm about to say if you did not get it, I swear to God, I'm gonna drive to your house. Yes, I know it's a very long time, and I was gonna kick all your deck boxes over.
No. I got the deck boxes though, but I do wish I got the binder. The binder looks great.
The binder looks amazing, and I'm so glad I got mine because one, I prefer zip binders. I don't like the band going over it. So when I saw that zip and then it's just super clean on the inside, and then I cannot wait for the mats.
Yeah, the mats I'm excited about too. Yeah,
I'm gonna lose the doggone D30 dice within a week. 100% that's gonna happen. It's not gonna stay around for long. I've already came to acknowledge that I'm gonna lose that die in less than a week.
you don't have any playmats of Alpha Clash, Ryo?
I do. I have the ambassador one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have the ambassador one. I have two of the champion ones, and I have one of the Kogan ones.
And see, I don't have the Kage one.
I want the Magnate one, and I want the Christmas one.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about the Christmas one.
Yeah, the Christmas one I want. But that one I believe that one was strictly Kickstarter.
That one was strictly Kickstarter, and I know Barbie is in the Discord. She actually won the Christmas one during the Christmas tree they did. She literally won one. I'm like, no. Like I was so sad. I'm like, I'm sorry. That one I would frame it. I honestly I would frame it.
That one is a cool one, but and also I will say this too: the ones that I keep seeing out of the Philippines, I don't know if you've seen those.
I have not.
Those people in the Philippines, like obviously they're not doing it with Alpha Clash's permission. However, their playmats, oh my god, those people know how to fucking make playmats.
And I've always wondered, because I'm not a good artist. That's my dad's power. But I would love to design fan made
art,
or for a playmat. But I'm like, I don't want so I look at it two ways. I look at it as that I'm a supporter of Alpha Clash. I support what they do. I don't want to take anything that they are doing and slap one of my logos on it, even if it's fan made or not. If it's not for IP, I don't want to do it because I'd rather people say, "Hey, let me go to them to purchase my stuff."
Right. Of course, yeah. It would, yeah. If I had a choice between buying a bootleg playmat or buying an actual Alpha Clash one, of course I want an Alpha Clash one.
Right.
But like I said, have you seen
them? I have not. And I said, don't. Better yet, do not show me. Because if you show me, I'm gonna get very excited. I'm gonna not want to. No, it's better for me.
Even the set one contender cards that they made. Somebody made proxies.
I've seen that
contender cards. Oh my god! I don't know where this kid got that art. I really don't know where he got it. Maybe it was AI created, but goddamn, that art was sick.
You know what? Let's drop some down for the Philippines. I mean, let's drop some horns.
Listen, since the beginning, those dudes in the Philippines are rocking it.
Yeah, they're getting tattoos and everything.
Yeah, it's impressive. Which is nuts because I don't know, I feel like that's such a random place, but maybe they're really into TCGs and I've just never known about it.
To be honest, I've
Like
never.
I would feel like if they said like, oh, Japan, I would be like, oh yeah, of course. Like I know the Japanese, they love TCGs, but like the Philippines, never would have thought.
I never would have thought. And plus,
TCGs.
like I would love for Alpha Class to make it to Japan, but also don't want to have the first Alpha Class World Championship. And I'm faced against 5 people from Japan. So I'm like, I'm not about to do this shit.
Yeah.
Y'all about to sit here and embarrass me. And this is my country, my game. Y'all gonna beat me, and then they beat me.
Because they're better. They're better.
They came up with some combination that no one's ever heard of. And like so you have the head judge judging himself. Like, I don't think you could do that. But yeah. We definitely have gone over, but we like to have fun here on the Road Contenders.
Yeah, we're at 2-5. Yeah, we're at 2-5, man. I'm getting tired, man, and I haven't eaten yet. So
but yeah, we appreciate everybody. Josh, thank you for dropping in. People who don't know Josh is part of the Rising Empire Studio team. So I got to ask some questions. Do y'all like to be called the Alpha Clash team or Rising Empire Studios team? Like, what do you guys like to go by?
Yeah, of course. He said, "Love you guys. Thanks for everything." He did, but that was before he heard your question.
Oh, okay, so that's.
But yeah, I imagine either or, because either or is them. Yeah,
you're probably either okay, but
yeah.
But yeah, so again, wow, I can't speak. We'll be back next week, 8:30 p.m., and that is the day that we have to give our spoiler card. So this won't be a spoiler card for other people. This will be a brand new spoiler dropping, and again, it will be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please do not harass Jay Crane in the bathroom asking him to give you the spoiler. We're going to do it live here on TikTok, and then you can watch the replay the following day on YouTube. But again, we're not.
And I'm gonna make sure the every single person that messages me that day saying where the spoiler is at the beginning of the show, I'm gonna say your name, and until I get through that list, no one's seen the spoiler.
And we'll make sure it gets through. Like, again, we're letting you know now. So you have a week to listen to the podcast. Everybody loves to watch a podcast or replay. You have a week, 8:30 p.m. If you want to see it live, it will be shown on Jay Crane's TikTok during the Road Contenders. You'll see the replay the following day, but the reveal is going to happen live. We're not going to tell you what time we're going to drop it. It could be at the beginning, it could be in the middle. You know what? Just stay around and watch the whole thing. We're not telling when we're going to drop it, but the show starts at 8:30 p.m., and that is when our spoiler will go live. That's my last announcement. So again, if you harass Jay Crane, you harass Drake, you harass me, you harass me, you're getting blocked.
How would you even harass me? I don't share my social.
They will find you on Discord. They'll find you on Discord. They will find you.
Every time someone messages me, I'm gonna send them Drake's info. That's what I'm doing.
Or we'll just get that. Hey, this will be revealed today, wasn't it? Huh? Who's on the reveal today? That they'll find us. But again, we're saying 8:30 is when the show goes live. We're not saying what time, what part of the show we're going to drop it, but it will be revealed during the show.
Yes.
But
alrighty.
Yeah, that's I play this until we don't have down. We certainly don't have an outro. We kind of just stop.